Okay, off on another hike. Just going up to a different canyon this time, but yet it's in the same area. Wow. Just thinking about things. It's just such a procedure. Like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to get comfortable holding this phone with just my hand. I need one of those stick things. But like the trick, I think, is with with me, with being in a good relationship, is that like a lot of the be loyal and all that stuff, the side of me that would ever be loyal, the side of me that would ever be loyal, it tricked me. It was on this side then. When I looked there, it was on the other side of the trail, obviously. Silly. But but the trick with me is you find out that I call God Jah, which is Yahweh, fire, water, air, and earth. And we talk about it all the time. There's more things right there, whatever they are. But so like word, air. Oh, so word's a big thing, and Jah is word, with the power of word. Jah created everything, and Jah's within, and word's within, and we create things with our thoughts and the word and the Kabbalah, and it really is all about word. It really is. So like Jah, if Jah is your deity, that's word, and it's all about word. And whether the Ten Commandments mean something to you or not, but the Ten Commandments, if you think about it, they're all, including thou shalt not commit adultery, but it's not adultery. It's not fornication. Like, I think those are both out-of-date concepts. Adultery and fornication are like what the elders say, what you make can brook, like dreadlocks. You want to make commitments that you don't necessarily have to stay connected to, because you change and evolve in life, and you learn and you adapt. So you need to be able to adapt things as you learn that you're wrong there, And so, when you find out that about me, then, like if you're in a relationship with me and I say that I love you, and if you say, yeah, but are you gonna cheat on me? And well, I could only be cheating on you if I told you that I was going to be loyal to you in that way. And yeah, if I told you I was going to be loyal to you in that way, then if I don't do what I said, because that's word, if I can't stand behind my word, for me, that the honor of always people should at least be able to know that you always did your best not to lie, and to stand by your word, So that would be the trick with me. It's not because I care about relationships or marriage. Someone might just walk by, they can't tell what I'm talking about. It's not so much that those things matter to me or whether I want them or not, but especially if I love and care about a guy, if I tell him that I love him, especially all the time, and I tell him and I live that lifestyle that I'm loyal to him, then it would very much be cheating, and it would be blasphemous against my concept of deity and everything I consider sacred. Not in the same way that like being a child molester would, because children even the innocence of children are an even higher level of sacredness with me. So if I were to do something like that, that would be a worse crime, or even worse, killing. Killing, because I say that my religion is love, and killing in an inappropriate way is, it's not standing by your word, it's just not being the good person that you tell people that you are, and that you tell yourself you are, and so it's for those kind of reasons, so I think with dating, my struggle is that, I'm a witch, witches, we don't have the same problems that Christians do, or Christians, their whole concept of morality and the purity culture and all that stuff, that's not really there's nothing in witchcraft that says anything negative about LGBT issues. It's just not an issue. It doesn't come up. It doesn't really matter. And it lets you just kind of adapt and figure it out for yourself. Like, I'm a trans woman. I can adapt. Yeah, I'm the woman, obviously, because if I go with the man information, it's not going to fit my life and the things I care about, and things like that, you know. And then with your girlfriend, women are this, and it's like, well, I don't have a girlfriend, I never will, and you know what I mean. It's got to fit the, and so you just figure that out, and then that's about as complicated as it gets, or as anything. There's no you can or can'ts or shan or shan'ts or whatever, you know, about it. So it's just not in there. I don't believe it's bad in the first place to ever feel guilty about it in the first place or anything like that. I'm just trying, just like everyone else, to find love and to find somebody, you know. And yeah, I would want a boyfriend. That would be the preference. It's, you know, then there's friendship, and it's just like the full package. That's, how can that not be better? That's better. And if I fall in love, that is sacred, you know. And my word would be sacred, and I wouldn't betray it. But I set off a lot of red flags. I've got tattoos all over the place, and dreadlocks, and I'm a witch, and it would be certainly possible to. There it is. There's definitely something there. It would be possible to call me a slut, you know. But I think that everybody is, you know. But certainly, like when I get tested in those kind of ways, it's frustrating to me, because it's like, oh, I could have told you from the beginning. I just don't believe in that stuff, you know. I don't believe in saving yourself for marriage. I don't get why that's a good idea. It seems better to get to know yourself. I mean, that just seems like common sense to me, you know. So not only do I not feel guilty, but it just seems like that's what I'm supposed to be doing, is finding guys, trying them out, and trying to find one that I can stay with, you know. It's implied with STDs that it's cleaner and safer, and with violence and things like that can happen to women and trans women, you know. So can you see it out there? If the camera would have got ready sooner, it's coming towards us, slowly but surely. But anyway, you can see, so I'm on a trail. You can see where the trail goes right there, you know, and we're gonna go up over that way. Yeah, the way these mountains work, when there's, you know, the rocky areas like that are near the top, you know. When you're see, oh, there's the bird of prey up there. But see, there's the rock ledge, and then you can see like how small the buildings are right there. There's like a golf course and stuff. You can see the valley way out there. Where's that bird of prey? But down when you're down way down there, there's sagebrush, you know. And when you go through like the first portal area, you're up past the sagebrush, and it's more just oak without sagebrush, which is right here, you see. But then when there's like the rocky areas, there are the places on top of the rocky areas. Oh, there's the bird of prey. It just flew right over my head and I missed it. Sorry, you guys. Can you see it? I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that or not. It just flew right over my head, and that, I don't know what. When I rewatched one of my videos, I thought I couldn't see it, but when I rewatched it, you could see all three of the birds I was talking about. But so you can see this trail, we've earned ourselves. You have to kind of earn each level of trails in this area. We're up high enough that we're zigzagging right at the bottom of the rocks, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, see, we've been walking, whoa, I gotta make sure I better have my balance. Look, see, I'm standing on like the rock ledge right now, but see down there, it's like the riverbed. It's like you can see over there is the trail, and that's the way you would normally take to get, and then you go up the other side of the canyon. But I actually went right up the riverbed. It's a dried riverbed. The other canyon over is just like that. It just kind of can take you right up the canyon. You can see that there's a wind. You gotta get my feet. You can see the red in the leaves. I'm like super scared. I'm gonna have to stop. You see him? Oh, he just ran away. You see him? I'll have to look at it later. So, I so often mention how when I was a kid, I used to spend so much time alone in the mountains, you know. But one of the things that you wondered, like, well, what did you do when you're in the mountains all the time? One thing I used to do a lot is I'd find a stream like this, where there's these things, and I would sit by it, and you can pull these apart, and you can make like necklaces and bracelets, and you can like make big thick ones and try to get them so you can breathe through them, so like you can pretend like you would breathe underwater with them and things. So that was like, I did that all the time. If I saw those and I was tired, I'd go sit by there and have a moment doing that. Okay, so you can see the trail is just right there. I just hiked up a little washway up here, up off the trail, to where it's out past all the rocks. We're up kind of near the top up there. Right up there is where we just saw all those birds of prey. That counted like, what was it, 7? I think it was, different birds of prey up there all together, which is really rare. I see them all really often, but not in large groups like that. That's interesting. But so I did bring a baggie of tobacco, so I'm gonna put some in the hole right there. Okay, so I did want to show myself throwing it, but as you can see my leg and my knee up here. I'm just kind of being a cliffhanger up here, and I just hiked up climbed up here past where there isn't, because there's rocks everywhere and I can't dig a hole anywhere. But here's just a hole in the ground. It's still too rocky, so I just put some. Can you see the tobacco I put in there, and then I'll just put some rocks over it there. And then what I do is if I have a walking staff, I just hit it 3 times for Mother Nature's number. But if I don't, I just get a rock and just, because it sends vibrations down in the earth, and the mountain is all, oh, there's the Angie must be somewhere burying some tobacco, giving thanks and praises to to Gaia, to the goddess, for all these beautiful creations and things we have to look at, though there's much chaos too. Okay, so we were just up there and buried some tobacco right up there. Now I'm back on the trail again. Yeah, so the reason why I filmed that you could be like, that's like praying in front of people, you know, but I guess so. But it's because this is will be the 3rd video, the 3rd episode of Trinity Hiking Crew, you know, and it's one of my goals as I get older to organize hikes under that name, you know. So I'm just kind of big into making these first videos, establishing the key principles and stuff with the Trinity Hiking Crew, you know. Unity and diversity, you know, nothing, there's no elitism is the enemy, you know. We've encouraged different kinds of people so we can all teach each other about our different backgrounds. It's so interesting. We're interested in learning. If everybody has to be the same, then no one really learns anything. And that encourages unnecessary competition, you know. So we might pray, that's not impossible, to just get in a circle, put our hands in a circle somewhere and give some prayer for some really profound reason, likely. But maybe even more normal than that is when we go on hikes, is we'd maybe towards the beginning of the hike, but not, there's no set rule about it, and we'd find a place and dig a little hole and bury some tobacco and give thanks to the mountain and to Jah for all our beautiful experiences. And again, when I say Jah, I mean like fire, water, air, and earth. I mean the within, you know, and it's within everybody. It's absolutely is within everybody, you know. So it's something that you bring with you back to the city. And sometimes on hikes, you hike up on the trail. See, we're way up here. Hike up on the trail. See the trail? Zigzagging. That's where we still have to go. We're way up in the rocky heights up here, but on one of the little rock peak things, you don't realize it down there, but there's a bench up here, see? And it says, Try Guest Ranch. That's probably the name of that down there, Try Guest Ranch, I bet. You guys look at all of them, do you see them? That's insane. Look how lucky of a day this is. Look at that. Talk about being in the right place at the right time. If I zoom in too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For some it's 7. There's like 7 eagles or hawks or like big birds of prey. So going back and forth around the top. I hope that it shows. They're right there. See them? Right there. And up there. Wow. I don't know if you can tell with the camera, but because I've been filming in the last just over a week. This is the 3rd time I've been up in these mountains. All the 2 other times were on the other side of that for sure. Oh, wait, down there or up north, but it's the same. So when you're down in the city and you're looking at the trees on the mountain and you're saying, wow, look how red they are because it's fall now. Right now, as you can see, we're literally up in the trees. See? There's a red one now, right there. See, there's a red one now. See? The red trees. We're down below the rocks, but you can see there's no sagebrush. There's some sagebrush right here. Yeah, we've moved quite a ways since last time. So yeah, I guess that's the hike. Wow, fall is fun. It was a really warm day. It's hot. I'm gonna start doing the zigzags back down the mountain, the trailhead that is the right road that I need to be on. It's down that way a little bit. What a beautiful day. Sometimes I worry that, you know, that in the city, before we go in the city, that the city, that they, you know, they're always also, what do you do for a living, you know? What, are you going to school, you know? And they're always pushing that, oh, good, you're going to school, okay, then now we can talk about something else. Otherwise, you know, like, those kind of people, you know, like, it's part of the nature of a narcissist. I'm not saying those people, that's narcissistic, but I'm not saying they're narcissists, because I'm not, you know, qualified to diagnose people, but that behavior of everything's a competition is a narcissist thing, you know, and it's the narcissist epidemic that I call 666 today, you know, and I realized that blah, blah, blah about the apocalypse and all that. but I believe there is a narcissist epidemic, so people, they think they're doing a good thing and that it's to make everything but like I don't monetize my channel. This isn't I I spend little time imagining making money. I should spend more time thinking about stuff like that, but I'm just kind of, you know, just have it's all just for fun. You know, I don't need to be popular. I'm not trying to get attention. It's just because nowadays, it went back when there was tape recorders. I was tape recording things. You know, now that it's everybody has a camera, now I'm videotaping things. You know, so what? You know. Yeah. So when my son was a lot younger, we used to go up here all the time. I went down through this way. It brought back memories. That was a long time ago. But there's a trail that zigzags up through those trees. When you get up high enough up there, there's quake and aspens. I mean, it is rocky mountains up there, you know, in Mainland's Basin over that way. We'd get into the top there. We would always eat a mango on top there and everything. And we'd come down here and park in this parking lot. I'm down at the bottom. Brings back memories.